Hey there, welcome to qlip. Super happy to have you on board. I'm one of the co-founders here to onboard you on our platform. I'm gonna make it as quick as possible. So let's dig in. This is your principal interface on qlip, where you have all the recordings that you've uploaded so far, and the first CTA for you is going to be to upload your first file. So now we handle English and French. You pick the language. You pick a file that you want to upload, of course. You upload it on qlip, and then you get access to this highlights criteria interface. So I'm going to move super fast here, but you basically tell us how many clips you want. Recommend always to put 20. This is the duration range in which you want us to recommend clips. So depending on what channel you want to target. This part, I recommend to always leave it as it is. And on the right, that's optional, but you can put a bunch of keywords here. So it's basically Control F your videos, and we'll retrieve clips that mention the keywords that you've put in that box. Vocabulary is just like if there's words in your content that are not in the average dictionary, it's to get cleaner transcripts and cleaner subtitles in the end, because the backbone of qlip is to generate a transcript. So might as well do that right. Once that's done, you click on Get Highlights right there, and it will basically take our AI half the time of your video to generate highlights for your content. So you can move on to something else, and you'll get an email when they're ready. You can click directly on the email to access the highlights, or you can go back to this interface and click right here. So I've uploaded this podcast from Logan Paul with Mr. Beast. So let's have a look at it. So this is my highlights review interface. The goal of this interface is to get you the fastest way possible to the right highlight for you. So first thing is that you get all the recommendations that were made from first to last, with basic information: how long they last, where are they in your content, who's speaking, and the beginning of the transcript. A few different ways to navigate those highlights are labels. Labels, they are presets for every recordings that you're going to upload, and you're going to be able, for instance, to filter by laughter. So this only gives you the highlights where people are laughing, which is pretty interesting and very used by our user. Another interesting one is filter by speaker. If you want to shed light only on one specific guest or the host, really up to you, but you can filter by speaker here. Another way to filter that's interesting are topics. So topics, they are detected automatically by the model in your content. So if you wanna have like in just a blink of an eye Logan Paul, you can filter and get access to only the clips that mention him. Last thing is summary. So if you want to generate a blog post or a social media post, anything, you get access to different types of summary here that you can copy to clipboard. Now let's say we want to dig into a particular highlight. So I click on this one. In the middle, I have the transcripts of my highlight. I get the highlights on the right. I can, of course, play it here to review it. Now, like the first thing that you might want to adjust is the highlight itself. Let's say it's pretty good, but there's some lack of context. So I can click on this button, show before, after, see what's being said right before and right after my highlight. Now let's say, okay, I was missing this bit of context, and I want to cut my highlight right here. So I just highlight it on the text, and I'm going to be able to clip it, which will change my auto-recommended highlights here to the video that's tied to the text that I've highlighted. So that's pretty useful to fine-tune the model for you. Now, next thing that you might want to edit is the subtitles. So you edit it basically like a Word document. So pretty simple there. You can edit also the format of the highlights. That's happening right here by clicking on them. And last thing, the ratio, the aspect ratio, where you can do it like that here. Last thing that you might, when you're all done with your highlights, you want to save it. So you can save it and optimize it for TikTok, which will make it lighter, or save it on original size. So let's say I wanna save it to regular size. So my highlight is saved. The template is being rendered, and once that's done, I'm gonna get a little notification saying it's ready. So it's ready. I'm gonna go here to share my clip. So it's here. I can either download it or share it directly to TikTok if I had connected my account. Here, it's done. One thing to keep in mind about the TikTok sharing is that it doesn't share it automatically and blindly on your TikTok. It will just add it as a draft. So the next step for you, once you've shared it to TikTok from here, is to connect to your TikTok mobile app, make sure the clip is fine, tweak it with the TikTok editing interface if you want, and then share it on your TikTok app. So it's just making things faster for you. Two last things that I wanted to show you there is that so this is like you've went to the end of the workflow with Qlip, but there's a way to retrieve all the saved clips that you've saved so far. So this is just a simple view, just one after another, but we're gonna put a lot more work here to make it like a database of clips that you can leverage in the long run across your social media to expand and repurpose your content in the long term, because that's what we want to empower you to do. Last view that I want to show you is the dashboard. You get access to your usage metrics so far, month by month. And this is also where you can invite members to collaborate with you on your account, so members of your team. That's pretty much it. So super eager to hear your feedback when you've uploaded your first video and shared your first highlights. That'd be really awesome. And don't hesitate to drop me an email. My email is right here, or the feedback form on the right also can get pretty handy. Thank you so much, and talk soon.